And we're starting video transmission. All right. So if you can do me a favor real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to send you a link real quick. Oh, are we actually live?
Not on my end.
It actually went live. Shoot. Okay.
Yeah.
This'll work. Let me see here. Let me start it, copy, and then I'm going to send something over to you real quick. So I need you to click this link. And how's it going, everybody? I am Jason of Jason's Realm here. I am joined here today with PDF. Say hello.
Hi, guys.
And we're going to try this again. We tried this stream last night. Clearly didn't work out. So we're going to go ahead and try it here. So did you click that link I sent you?
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
All right, but yeah, we are here. We're going to go ahead and I guess we'll start off first things first with some amazing updates on Damar Hamlin today. And I mean, just amazing updates. So this is the stuff we wanted to hear yesterday. Didn't happen yesterday, but we heard it today. Hold up. Okay. Say something. Oh.
Hello.
Okay, you did close the link, so we can work this out here at a later point. But we're just chilling here, ready to go, and I guess we'll go ahead and provide the updates we got on Damar Hamlin today. So, amazing news out of the UC Medical Center, where we heard that Damar was making significant signs of improvement overnight. They still have him on a ventilator, still all that stuff, but they said he was awake last night and aware of his surroundings, which is awesome. They showed that, or it seemed like his neurological,
he's still neurologically intact.
Yeah, still neurologically intact, which is awesome to see. Yeah, let me see here. Okay. 1 second here. There we go. Okay, but yeah, so Damar is awake now. He is alert. He was firmly grasping the hands of the people around him, his friends and family. Another awesome thing to hear. And then we also got word that he is communicating. He's not talking because he still has the breathing tube in, but he is communicating with those around him through writing. And actually, the first thing he said was, "Did we win?"
Did we win? That was great.
Which that just shows how much of a fighter that man is. He's fighting for his life in there, and the first thing he says is, "Did we win?" I mean, that is just insane. And to that, the doctor replied, "Yes, you won. You won the game of life."
Yeah, that was...
Which that was just perfect way to say that.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, that was kind of funny too. Like, did we win?
Yeah, but yeah,
like out of all the things he could have said, he chose to say, "Did we win?" which is amazing. A little bit funny, but still amazing in and of itself.
But the nice thing is that he is looking on track to be getting better. But since he is getting better and we are getting word, still want to keep him in our thoughts and prayers. But there does come a time where we do need to look to move on. And the NFL did release today a statement that they have officially canceled the Bills-Bengals game. And they have released contingency plans as to how it'll play out for the rest of the season if it would come to a point where you have teams playing less games than others for home field advantage. Let me see if I could find that tweet. But Ian Rappaport tweeted out the official statement from the NFL. And let me see if I can find it here. Oh, there it is. So the tweet from Ian Rappaport had the thing on there. And it said, "The key factors among arriving at this decision: not playing Buffalo or Cincinnati to its conclusion will have no effect on which clubs qualify for the postseason. It will require postponing the start of the playoffs 1 week, thereby affecting all 14 clubs that qualify for postseason play, and making the decision prior to Week 18 is consistent with our competitive principles and enables all clubs to know the playoff possibilities prior to playing the final weekend of regular season games. Those are the big things that led to the decision, and the big outcome is that, let me see here. So there will be a special league meeting tomorrow to basically come up with a resolution to determine how the official way will play out, but it looks like the AFC Championship game will be played in a neutral site if the participating teams played an unequal number of games and both could have been the number 1 seed had both teams played all 17 games. And they outlined on that memo, they outlined 3 scenarios, and then they outlined another one for if Baltimore and Cincinnati would happen to play a playoff game together. But the scenarios for the AFC playoff or championship game, if Buffalo and Kansas City both win or tie or lose. Well, let's see here. So if Kansas City and Buffalo both win or tie, the game will be at a neutral site. If they both lose and Baltimore wins or ties, then Buffalo and Kansas City would be at a neutral site. And if Buffalo and Kansas City lose and Cincinnati wins, Buffalo or Cincinnati versus Kansas City would be at a neutral site. Now, if
what do they mean by neutral site?
Basically, as opposed to it being played in Arrowhead, in Orchard Park, or in Paul Brown Stadium, or whatever the name, Paycor, I think it is now, it will be played in SoFi or Heinz Field or the Meadowlands, something like that.
Okay.
Well, actually, it's MetLife, but
they should have just a private football field for neutral sites. That'd be kind of. So you're not in like some specific
if it's stadium. Buffalo and Kansas City, I could see potentially Pittsburgh being used as the site. I very well could. Kind of a halfway point for both teams, you know?
Not SoFi is a very nice state.
They wouldn't fly both teams all the way out west to do that. But I could see like Pittsburgh, maybe Cleveland, maybe Tennessee, maybe Indianapolis, something like that. But they also outlined some situations if Cincinnati would play Baltimore in a wild card matchup, which would be possible. So if Baltimore defeats Cincinnati, then Baltimore would have beaten Cincinnati twice, but will not be able to host a playoff game because Cincinnati will have a higher winning percentage for a 16-game season than Baltimore for a 17. Now, if Baltimore defeats Cincinnati and the two clubs are scheduled to play a wild card game against one another, then the site for that game will be determined by a coin toss. If Cincinnati wins the Week 18 game, or if Baltimore and Cincinnati are not scheduled to play one another in the wild card round, the game sites would be determined by the regular season or by the regular scheduling procedures. So it looks like, as it stands, we are going to be seeing a few things shake out here over the next couple days. But we do have some interesting outcomes potentially coming up here. But I guess at this point, we've hit on all the main news coming out. So let's go ahead and look back to what happened on Week 17, as I didn't really have a chance to go back on that earlier. So I guess we'll go ahead and start off with Thursday Night Football, where the Dallas Cowboys beat the Tennessee Titans 27-13.
It's not very impressive.
Yeah, it was a tight game until Dallas came up. Are we really going to have issues again? If we're going to have issues, this video will stay up, but we will have a video come out tomorrow for this. And I'm not liking the amount of frames we're dropping right now, so we'll wait to see if this stabilizes. If it does, great. If not, we will have a dedicated video coming out. But let me see here. Can't really see much going. It seems like we're still... What?
Is your Wi-Fi signal low?
Wi-Fi's been off and on in here. And right now it looks like it's really bad because I am dropping frames left and right. Which is kind of rough. Yeah, I think at this point we don't really have much we can do because we are dropping frames like crazy. It would be an unwatchable video while it's live. So I guess